Zero carb diet versus Lyme's disease, day 5. And here we are. I've had a few false dawns with Lyme's disease before, with the herbal treatments. Even, I mean, with all sorts of treatments, you go into them and you go into them quite sort of like positive. I mean, I can remember going back about 5, 6 years when I went my first alternative so-called treatment thing because the antibiotics that my regular doctor had prescribed me just didn't work at all. Actually, to be honest, it was a bit of a pain. It was a bit, it was a bit, just a waste of time. But I had actually 8 months of being all right with this alternative treatment. It was some kind of uh, where you drank this stuff and it treated you. It was some kind of herbal protocol type of thing actually, like but a German based thing. And yeah, it gave me 8 months. And then one day I was building a chimney stack on a house, like on my house actually. I was up at the top of the scaffolding. And I was building this chimney stack, and I looked at my mate who was building it with me. I said, "Do you know what? I don't feel right." Bump, went over. Fucking straight back Lyme again, like absolute Herxin, like, or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it, Herxin, but it's just straight Lyme disease. Absolutely knackered me and put me right off kilt again. And that was 8 months, and I thought I was free. I was very very disappointed with that. Like, okay. And then there's been other false dawns, and I've had, like just coming up to this Christmas just gone, I had about 4 weeks where I was all right. And I was just taking this sort of like these sort of like these herbs and things like that, and the herbs can really do it work. But the problem is I think the spirochetes, there's spirochetes and things like that, limes, if you know them, I think they're very adaptable in their very thing because they turn off part of your immune system. I mean, one of the way limes actually sort of things, because the way they check for limes, they actually check for it by looking for antibodies, which is great if you've just been bitten by a tick within the last 7 to 8 weeks, up to about 7 to 8 weeks, because you've got antibodies running around your system like after the Lyme. But what the Lyme does actually, it turns off several markers in your immune system, which stops the part of the immune system that would attack the spirochetes, the Lyme spirochetes. It attacks the Lyme spirochetes, it stops them from actually working. So when they give you a blood test later on, so you might have been bitten by a tick 2 years ago and suddenly you're screwed because it can lie fairly dormant. Um, some sort of traumatic shock and everything like that can bring it up. They test your blood and everything like that, and they say, well, you've got no antibodies, so you haven't got Lyme, which is bollocks. Excuse my language, I do apologise, but bollocks actually is not a swear word. It's Anglo-Saxon for testicles. Anyway, so which is testicles. But anyway, day 5 of the thing, zero carb diet. I basically, um, I'm well for 5 minutes. My brain is actually the brain clarity is pretty good actually. I think I've gained a few IQ points from how I used to be recently, and I feel more positive, and I can actually think about things in a more workmanlike manner. I have to work. I'm a glass maker, and I tell you, like, one thing is there a cup. You do have to drink some water. For some reason, my thirst level seems to be quite high, but water tastes good. Not tap water. The water. I'm in Bristol at the moment, and the water that comes out the taps tastes like to me at the moment. Before I could drink it, it just tasted like water, but now to me it tastes really, really horrible. So I've been filtering the water. I've got a water filter in work, so I can filter out water and fill up things and have bottles and filtered water by my bed and everything like that. And as being a glass maker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a nice little glass and carafe and have that sort of thing like that. So, and I'm going to sell them because basically I've got to make a living. I've got to earn some money. I mean, I've ticked over for 10 years. I hardly made a halfpenny in 10 years. Just about managed to feed the thing. And if it wasn't down to my wife, who was actually been pulling her, working herself to death, actually, I would have been bankrupt and gone by now. And if my wife wasn't here and I wasn't married, I'd probably most likely be dead, to be quite honest. I wouldn't even be alive, you know. So very grateful of you know, we're very lucky. If you're young and you're a young man and you want to get married, choose your partner carefully. Yeah, choose your partner carefully. Not like I did, because my one was pure luck, pure luck. No rhyme or reason. I just fell in love with her straight away, and I don't feel any different now. God knows how many years later, a lifetime later, I don't feel any different, which is great. But I think I think she thinks that I'm something that's been sent to try her this lifetime. But I do love her. I think she loves me, which is good. Yes. So Lou, fine at the moment. Absolutely fine. I went to the toilet about 4 or 5 times yesterday. Actually, it was great. Thirsty, water, drinking lots of water. Not drinking anything else, except I did have another cup of coffee this morning, and my God, does it taste good! Last night I've been eating mainly. I don't know why, but I'm craving fish in the morning, so I've been eating fish in the morning, and that sense of sort of like takes me through all the way through to late afternoon, where I eat something in the late afternoon. And then I just last night, just before I went to bed, I had a couple of little lamb cutlets with all the grease. It's the I think, to be quite honest, the trick with this is the fat, and we got to eat the fat of the land, if you know what I mean. So lots of fat. And the good news is my wife has actually seen the improvement of me. She just can't believe the improvement of me. She said she's never seen me in 10 years be like this. This is almost like the human that she married, which is she's finding it an adjustment period. She's finding it harder to adjust than me not being absolutely dreadfully ill. Because I do video blogs and I do post and everything like that normally, but you don't you sort of like crawl to. I mean, she's saying, like, you know, you crawl to somewhere, make a video, and crawl back in there and go back to bed again, like, you know, which has been really hard, like, you know, and but now I've been in work this morning. I'm now out walking the dog, and there's my dog. There he is. He's sitting down. He's not feeling very good this morning because he cut his paw on some glass. Now it's quite funny because he's in a glass studio making glass, and he cut his paw over the bloody park when my wife took him for a walk this morning, walking the dog. So he's in broken glass all day. Never has a cut paw. Goes over the park, cuts his paws. Funny, it's so weird that, because that's what used to happen to my old dogs as well. They'd all cut themselves on the street and everything. But he's got a bad paw at the back, so he's just taking it easy today. His name's Jupe, and he's a mongrel, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, sort of like a Staffy, but a mongrel. He's half Staffy and half Boxer, we think. But he's a lovely dog, really sweetheart. Okay, well, so day 5. Everything's cool running. I can't really. There's not a lot to report except I'm feeling well, and and surprisingly, and all I've eaten is meat and fish, and the cost of this. I've done a rough estimate. I'm spending probably on average at the moment around about 850 to 950 a day. That's English pounds, if you know thing. Dollars in America, that'd be $14 or something, $15. Euros, that'd be 12 euros. Well, sod the euros. Very anti-EU. God, they're putting a thing. I shouldn't be talking about this on here, but God, they're putting a thing out that all cars are going to be restricted to the speed limit, so they're going to have an automatic speed governor. God, they make the laws to chain us well, don't they? The European Union, and we voted to leave, and they're not letting us leave. Yeah, I always said that anyway. But anyway, day 5. Feeling good, feeling positive, and feeling happy. And I've only eaten meat and drank water. I mean, that goes against everything that we've been told all my life. There's so many things that I'm discovering at this late age in my life that everything that I'm told was an absolute bloody lie. Yeah. I mean, it's red pill after red pill after red pill. Anyway, this diet's a bit of a red pill. All right, people, stay strong, and do write in the comments below if you want to say anything. It's quite a long chat today, but enjoy and and have a good one. Peace.